Tonight at 6, concern is now growing over President Trump's executive order to begin dissolving the Department of Education.
Many families here in Indiana are worried that this means they might not receive federal funds when applying to college. So today, to learn more, our Karen Campbell talked with a local nonprofit to get some advice for local families who are applying for student aid.
But we're very nervous that families will walk away from the process.
Bill Wozniak, vice president and CMO of the local nonprofit Invest Indiana, says President Donald Trump's executive order to begin dissolving the Department of Education has raised concerns among Hoosier families regarding the future of federal student aid programs, or FAFSA.
It's the free application for federal student aid. But as we talk about every year, it's for state of Indiana aid, it's for college aid, it's for some scholarships, federal student loans. So it's a mixture of all types of financial aid.
Aid, Wozniak says, with an application deadline.
And the key for the priority deadline is if you beat April 15th, then you're eligible for any Indiana aid that you are eligible for. If you don't file by April 15th, you could miss out on that.
According to the Department of Education, the federal government manages $120 billion in financial aid, benefiting nearly 10 million students in the U.S. The latest data shows the department managing $1.6 trillion in federal student loans. President Trump announced student loans would be transferred to the Small Business Administration. In a statement last week, SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler said the agency, quote, is prepared to work with Congress and the administration to bring accountability back to America's student loan program. Programs Hoosier families rely on to make higher education accessible. Yet they still fear what could come in the future if Congress passes the president's order.
In what has been talked about, there is nothing with the FAFSA not existing, the FAFSA going away, or definitely the process right now.
Karen Campbell, 13 News.
Again, the deadline to apply for FAFSA is coming up. It is April 15th.
A worker at a West Side Wingstop restaurant will make his initial court appearance tomorrow morning. He's charged with shooting a DoorDash driver who was just picking up a food order. Our Rich Nye has now covered 2 shootings at this Wingstop in just over a year.
A DoorDash delivery driver waiting for a pickup got into an argument with Wingstop workers on February 23rd around midnight, closing time. There was confusion over the order, and the driver was told he would have to wait 25 minutes. The driver says a female employee was rude, and he told her that. He says 7 male employees then attacked him, and he ran out of the store. The driver says he was shot in the back, running to his car. Security video allegedly shows a worker run out the back of the store and around the building with a gun in his hand. 25-year-old Ezra Watkins is charged with battery with a deadly weapon.
This is now the second time in just over a year that an employee at this Wingstop has allegedly shot someone in a dispute over a food order.
In January 2024, 49-year-old customer Lawrence Sneed was allegedly drunk and exchanged gunshots with a different employee during an argument over ordering food. Sneed was shot and suffered serious internal injuries, but he was also the one charged in the incident. Sneed accepted 4 days in jail in a plea deal for pointing a firearm. In Indianapolis, Rich Nye, 13 News.
6 people are now behind bars in connection to a years-long drug investigation in Muncie. In all, the defendants were sentenced to a combined 87 years in federal prison. They were facing a variety of drug and gun charges. Investigators say they were working to distribute large quantities of fentanyl, cocaine, and meth. The FBI calls it a significant victory in the ongoing efforts to dismantle drug trafficking operations. The FBI also worked with multiple local police departments and the IRS to take these suspects into custody.
Lots of sunshine and blue sky today, though it was a little cool to start this morning, but we warmed up a little bit.
Yes.
Somewhat.
Yes. Yes. And a bigger warm up is in the forecast, so that's good news, but so too some rain.
Yes, a daily rain chance. Just have the umbrella handy the next several days, and it all starts late tonight and early tomorrow morning if you are south of Indianapolis. We'll get into that in just a second. Sunshine, temperatures in the 50s. This is fairly typical for the end of March. We have 53 in Brown County. 51 Crawfordsville, 52 Bunker Hill, and 53 degrees in Noblesville. If you're coming downtown tonight, it is a 7 o'clock tip as our Pacers homestand continues. Low to mid 50s through the early evening hours, and then as folks head home, temperatures dropping through the 40s. Eventually, we're down to 39, so grab the jacket, throw the umbrella in as well. You'll need it from time to time. After that cool morning, we're back into the low to mid 50s for highs tomorrow, but we'll also be tracking those rain chances. Radar is clear now. You can see the weather system that we're eyeing out to the west. This will start to slide our way at 11 o'clock tonight. Evansville may have a few showers. And then if you're south of Indianapolis, some wet roads for that Tuesday morning drive. The rest of us will get a chance of a spotty shower as we head into the afternoon and evening hours. And this is just the beginning of an active week ahead. I'll cover that and that warm up on the way in a few minutes.
Thank you, Angela. We'll check back. In the meantime, tonight, we're getting a look at the progress to build a new animal shelter here in Indy.
Animal Care Services told us today that construction crews have been busy excavating and preparing the building's foundation. So that would include pouring hundreds of yards of concrete during the month of February.
The new shelter is being built on the southeast side near Raymond and Emerson and is expected to be more than 3 times the size of the current facility, which has struggled with overcrowding issues. It's also going to include an improved medical clinic and lab space. We have all the details you might be interested in about this new shelter, along with how the city plans to pay for the project, if you go to our website right now at WTHR.com.
Tonight, crews are pushing forward with efforts to fix the streets of Indianapolis. So if you've been out driving recently, you know the number of potholes across our city should come as no surprise. But we just got new images from Indy DPW showing contractors working on what they call strip patching operations here in Marion County. So they're asking if you're out and about, please give the crews space to work as they smooth out those bumpy surfaces.
March Madness is coming to Indianapolis this week. Yep, Indianapolis is hosting a lot of events, the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 for the Midwest region.
And that includes the Purdue Boilermakers. Our Samantha Johnson is downtown tonight. Sam?
The top 4 teams in the Midwest region will be taking over Lucas Oil Stadium later this week, and folks with the Indiana Sports Corps say this city is ready.
Yeah, we're really excited to have the regional back here in Indianapolis. It's actually the first time it'll be hosted here at Lucas Oil Stadium since 2014, so it's really exciting.
Friday night's Sweet 16 doubleheader will showcase the UK Wildcats taking on Tennessee, then it's top-ranked Houston against Purdue in the home crowd. The Midwest is the only region with its top-seeded teams still dancing. Staff at the Slippery Noodle just down the street from Lucas Oil say they're expecting most of this year's fans to drive into Indianapolis.
We're expecting a great crowd this weekend, having the good fan bases from Kentucky, Tennessee, and Purdue. So 3 great kind of regional teams that'll do well, and we're excited to have them all here.
30,000 fans are expected inside Lucas Oil this weekend. Tickets are still available, starting at $150. In Indianapolis, Samantha Johnson, 13 News.